welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view, as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna see what comes through. I feel calm today, mellow. I mean, I suppose I normally feel calm, but today I'm actually aware of it. You know that like cliche stuff they say about the spiritual journey, or maybe it's stuff they say about life in general, about how don't be so hyper fixated on this destination that you think you're trying to get to. The sooner you're aware of how the journey is the destination, the better. Otherwise, you'll keep thinking you'll be happy as soon as you get somewhere, or you'll be happy as soon as you become this, as soon as you become that, as soon as you get your promotion, as soon as iNzunza, as soon as blah blah blah, then you'll be happy. Then you'll be what? It's very important that you begin to be aware that everything you think you're traveling towards is already where you are, which is why your journey is more a journey of awareness than anything else. Because what you lack is the awareness to be present in the energy that you're in, because it's fine. You have everything you need in that energetic field. But yeah, I know it's cliche, that whole the journey is important talk, but it's true. It's cliche because it's true. In the, I think is it a poem? Ithaca. I pronounce it Ithaca. Maybe some people pronounce it Ithaca. But basically, it's this poem about basically what I'm talking about. The journey, the destination. And the poet says in that poem, like I'm paraphrasing, but something like, don't hope to get to Ithaca and find all these things, all these jewels, all these treasures, because then you will have missed out. You would have lost, because the treasures and the jewels were the journey. It was along the journey. Ithaca was never a destination. It's the journey. Did Homer write Ithaca? No. 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 Yes? No? No. No. No, it's not written by Homer. It's written by some guy called Constantine, but it's based on Homer's Odyssey. Well, at least Odysseus's part in Odysseus's journey within Homer's Odyssey. So, yeah. Maybe I'll put a piece of the poem here, because I don't know why I'm really feeling it right now. It's really speaking about the moment. Anyway, you've got the King of Air, the Tower, the Justice card, the Knight of Air. Air is also swords. So if I say King of Air, you've got the King of Swords. the Nine of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The King of Air. What you want? This is I always say, like, I don't do fortune telling. I don't believe anyone does fortune telling. But every now and again, yeah, I do. Every now and again, there is an energy from another timeline, which isn't so much like a future or something like that. It's just another timeline. But it's obviously a timeline that you want to be connected to. So this is something that is a possibility. It is a possible future. And it's connected to everything I just spoke about with Ithaca and the journey and the destination. You are this King of Swords in all your understanding and clarity of the journey that you've been through, but also the journey that's ahead of you. This is a version of you that is done with scrambling for pieces of yourself, trying to put them together. There's still pieces of you out there that you connect to, but it's different now. It's not where you're so confused and you don't know where this piece goes. This is a version of you that flows. Um, I've been watching. Do you guys watch Yellowstone? It's got like some, what do you call it when they make other series or shows based on like this, what, spin-offs. It's got these spin-offs like 1883, 1923, and whatnot. And I've been watching 1883, and there's a part where Sam, he says to this guy that you people think the world is big because of how you fight it as you go through it. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he says. He says, you guys think the world is big because of how you fight it as you go through it. But with us, we're like the wolves. We flow with it. So with us, the world is quite small. Like, that's how the whole world can be your home. Because you flow with it. And this version of you understands that. This version of you has done both fight against a world that it wanted acceptance and love from, and it thought that it could get that through raising itself up against resistance. And there are versions of yourself that you were able to collect by doing that, by going through the war, because there's different phases in life. But you're at the phase in your life now. This version of you is a phase of your life where you're also like the wolf. You flow with your reality, with the world around you, with nature as nature. And so the world becomes your home. The world has, for you, broken down this veil of being this hard place, this place where you gotta survive, and it's dog eat dog, and it's survival of the fittest, and all of these things that make it so that the world around you is harsh, and you must be even harsher to survive. Otherwise, you're going to be a victim and like blah, 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 blah. Your world is breaking down that reality, that veil, and revealing itself to be a home for you, a place where you can rest, where there is abundance, where you are provided for, where also though you are seen. So there's a space made for you and your expressions of who you are. There's a balance, yeah. You've got the Justice card and the Nine of Swords. There's this almost yeah, it's giving pact. That's what I first heard. And then covenant. It's giving covenant. And I mean, the only covenant we know of obviously is a covenant with God, but it seems that this covenant with God is actually something even more expanded than what that sentence can offer us. A covenant with God seems to be a covenant with nature, with everything in existence as part of that existence, not as something outside of it, outside looking in to God's creation, but as a part of it. How just being a creation of the Most High, that's where your covenant comes from. It has never been something that you needed to work for. It has never been something that you needed to go to a certain place to go get. Um, it has never been something that you need to be initiated for. Your initiations were always about awareness. They were never about you not being good enough. They were never about you needing to fix yourself or change yourself because you're not good enough. It was needing to change in order to get a clearer perspective. It was always about awareness, awareness of you, awareness of everything around you, how you fit into it. This reading speaks about how you have renewed your covenant with the Most High. However, that expresses itself to you. Maybe you call that God. Maybe you call that your higher self. Maybe you call it the mother. It doesn't matter. It's never mattered what you call it. But you've renewed that covenant. And because of that, it makes it so that you are able to flow like the wolf. Yeah, it's like you're being offered basically this renewal of your covenant is like this offering of you where yo, this is so beautiful. It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger because ultimately, yeah, you're receiving your inheritance because you renewed your covenant with the Most High and you receive your inheritance. If you don't know, your inheritance is the earth, it's always the earth. The sons and daughters of God receive the earth. Now, again, this is obviously esoteric talk. What does it mean to receive the earth? What does this inheritance mean? I guess it's time for a lot of you to find that out. I know you were hoping I was gonna tell you, but like, no, some things I've given enough hints on like Earth, what that stands for, and we've spoken enough stuff to give you an idea of like, what does she mean? What does she mean? I mean, I guess there's also some quantum physics stuff in there that you need to put into play. The fact that the world you exist in is projected from inside of you. It's projected from the aspect of you that is called God. That God has always given you the earth. It was just a matter of you claiming it. It's always been just a matter of you claiming it. You feeling yourself as worthy enough to receive that which you have been gifted, which is obviously a symbol of love, right? Like, that you should be so loved. And maybe that's also people's problem, like not being able to accept a love like that, because it is hard. Yeah, she's like that's the kind of love that burns. I mean, it obviously burns in a good way. That's probably why God is normally symbolized as fire, like the all purifying fire. Again, not purifying because of original sin or like you're impure or you're bad. No, as in purifying or burning away all the aspects of yourself that are not actually you, that stop you from being aware of what you actually is, of or who you actually are. It's the fire that reveals. And a lot of people aren't willing to accept that whatever is underneath all that stuff that needs to be burnt or purified or whatever, or transmuted, it's not really like layers, I guess, of you. Again, it's all about awareness. So it's just about you accepting the fact that you can be loved as you are, that you are worthy of love as you are, that you didn't have to go and completely change yourself into someone that does things that you think it's what your higher self wants. I don't know, sacrificing yourself for people and betraying yourself so that others are even deeper in illusion than they were before. No, it was always the fact that you're worthy as you are. And as you understand that, as you're aware of that, it does change some of the ways in which you do things. It changes some of the ways in which you perceive reality. And so maybe in that way we can say, yeah, Zen, but I did like fix some things about myself. But did you though? Or did your awareness just allow you to realize, actually, I don't need to be doing all that. I was doing too much. But yeah, this reading talks about a timeline where you are completely aware of your place. How you find your Ithaca. You find your truth. The spiritual journey is not about some universal like truth. I know we like to think that, but it's really not, because I mean, what universal truth? There's so many truths out there. Um it's about finding your truth. The truth that you have been guarded, the truth that has been given to you to guard with your nature, because your truth is within your nature. It's not something that you need to be told. It's not something that like you need to see in a dream or a vision. Your truth is you. It is your nature. Your nature holds your truth. And that's the only truth you ever have to worry about discovering. Everything else is just like uh, galactic gossip. But your truth, everything else is just galactic. Of who's running what, who's doing what, the aliens and the whatnot and the pact and the that's just galactic gossip. Like your truth is not something that's out there in some occult or esoteric book or in some reading. No, that stuff, the readings and the occult books and the what, that's for activations. That's to activate your truth, which is in your nature. Imagine a God that created you here and your truth out there. That would be diabolical. Like, don't, let's not even start. Like, I quit. I quit right here. Ain't no way. Because what? No. Obviously, the truth would be created with you. And then to make things fun, you'd also be created with a whole lot of other stuff. That's fun. Not you hear your truth there, that's not fun. But you hear your truth here and a whole lot of other stuff here, and it's like this maze. And it's like, find me. Yeah, that can be fun. I know you guys would probably disagree, like, Zen, nothing about this shit has been fun. No, it really can be. That it can be fun. It can. I see how this can be fun. But yeah, and these people, this timeline, yeah, you also see it. So I'm aware of how like this isn't actually something that people are going through right now, but it's a timeline that you're trying to connect to. And the fact that it came up in the reading, I mean, it means that a lot of you are moving in that direction because we were able to touch on the energy. And I do kind of feel like there's more I want to say, but I don't, there are no more words for this. I've said everything there is to say. There is a timeline where you completely understand, where you understand the journey, the destination, and not only, I don't know, not only do you understand, but you're a part of it. There's something here about like being a part of it. There's some higher understanding going on here. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have for you guys. I guess we're back into the cryptic readings. But that's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, all that information is in the description box. And if you want to book a mentorship session, that's also in the description box. There you go.